Imagine this. 7 bombers vanish into the night sky. No lights, no radar signature, just gone. Hours later, shockwaves rumble under a mountain in Iran, and no one saw it coming. This is the story of the most secretive airstrike you've never heard about. Operation Black Veil. It began at 2 a.m. Missouri time. On the tarmac of Whiteman Air Force Base, a swarm of mechanics moved like clockwork around aircraft that looked more like alien spacecraft than human invention. The B-2 Spirit, America's flying wing. Nearly invisible to radar, deadly in silence. But this time, it wasn't just a show of force. It was a mission, a real one. 7 B-2s lifted into the air, each with a role in a deception so complex, even the world's most advanced surveillance systems would fall for it. Minutes after takeoff, they split. One group veered west, seemingly heading toward American outposts in the Pacific. Guam, maybe Diego Garcia. A move the world was meant to see. But the real strike team? They turned east toward Iran. Beneath Iran's mountainous terrain lies a fortress. The Fordow nuclear facility. It's not just buried, it's armored by nature itself. Cut into the side of a mountain. Protected by 40 meters of stone and shielded by slope, secrecy, and silence. Inside, uranium centrifuges are spinning day and night. This wasn't just a facility, it was a message. You'll never get to us. As the decoy team drew attention halfway across the world, the real strike force crept east under satellite blind spots, flying profiles that looked harmless. Even to Iranian radar, they were ghosts, and the world watched the wrong skies. To seal the illusion, American submarines lurking beneath the Indian Ocean fired off a salvo. Cruise missiles targeting nuclear sites in Isfahan. Boom, confusion. Iran's scrambled jets. Activated defense systems. But their attention was fractured. Because what they didn't know was that 7 B-2 bombers were silently approaching Fordow, cloaked in the darkness, already inside the danger zone. Here's the thing. These bombers weren't just flying blind, they were flying forever. To complete the 37-hour round-trip mission, each B-2 had to refuel mid-air, multiple times, with KC-135 Stratotankers. Refueling mid-flight at night in stealth mode, that's like threading a needle in a hurricane. Each tanker carried enough fuel to top off 2,000 pickup trucks, and that's just one refuel. Multiply that across continents, and thanks to these sky pit stops, the B-2 can travel 12,000 miles without ever touching the ground. As they entered Iranian airspace, the most dangerous phase began. U.S. forces unleashed a digital storm. Electronic jamming, radar interference, decoys, surveillance drones, all to confuse, blind, and mislead Iranian missile systems. Stealth isn't just about shape, it's about warfare in the electromagnetic spectrum. Even with defenses on high alert, the B-2s weren't seen, not once. Now, here's what they were up against. Fordow's critical components are buried 200 meters deep, straight into a mountain. The only access? 6 narrow tunnels. It's not a base, it's a bunker designed to survive Armageddon. To destroy it, you'd need a bomb that could punch through solid rock like butter. Enter the GBU-57A/B, the massive ordnance penetrator. 30,000 pounds. Titanium casing. No explosive can blast deeper. And the B-2? It was carrying 14 of them. At exactly 2:10 a.m. Iranian time, the lead B-2 released its payload. 2 bunker busters. Dropped from high altitude, silent. Invisible. Seconds later, impact. The mountain shook. Over the next 25 minutes, 12 more bombs followed, slamming down on Fordow and Natanz. Each one guided by GPS and internal systems, adjusting their fins mid-fall like precision diving hawks. Almost simultaneously, cruise missiles hit Isfahan, stretching Iran's defenses to their limits. In 30 minutes, Iran's most fortified facilities were shaken to the core. But here's the surprise. Just 3 days before the strike, satellite intel showed hundreds of trucks hauling equipment out of Fordow. Iran had sensed something. Whether by signal intercepts, loose chatter, or sheer paranoia, they moved fast. So was the strike wasted? Not quite. While the uranium may have been moved, what was destroyed was the facility's nerve center. Infrastructure, tunnels, and psychological dominance. What was once untouchable was now vulnerable. Now let's talk stealth. The B-2 doesn't use traditional rudders. That's right, it flies without fins. Why? Because fins reflect radar, and this bird is allergic to being seen. Instead, it uses split drag rudders, panels that open like gills to shift the aircraft's direction gently. It's slower to turn, but nearly invisible. The airframe is wrapped in radar-absorbing materials: fiberglass, graphite epoxy, even polyamides that can take engine heat without revealing themselves on sensors. And then, there's the $1 billion secret, stealth paint. Nobody outside the Pentagon knows the exact formula. But aviation insiders say it's a polymer-based RAM, radar-absorbing material, designed to eat radar like a sponge in a storm. Hidden in its belly is a rotary launcher that can carry over 40,000 pounds of ordnance. That's 80 bombs, or 16 precision-guided cruise missiles, each with a price tag of $1.5 million. When launched, they unfold wings mid-air, cruise at low altitude, and strike targets over 200 miles away. This isn't just a bomber, it's a mobile arsenal, flying under radar, dropping death with surgical accuracy. With the mission complete, the B-2s banked quietly and left Iranian airspace the same way they entered, unseen. No alarms, no lights, no trace. Hours later, the world woke up to satellite photos showing craters where entrances once stood. The message was clear: if it's underground, it's not safe. We dig deep into the world's most secret tech and military missions. If this story hooked you, subscribe, because there's so much more the world doesn't know, and we're just getting started.